I'm so excited for this, man.
Yeah,
Fuck, you guys beat the shit out of some people. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about this. So first and foremost, I wanna say how like fucking incredible it was. How you like talked about it. Literally said I visualized like knocking them out and then choking them out. And
that was
then
fucked.
you like did exactly that, and it blew my mind. Like, dude, I bought it. I was watching it upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was crazy. I'm watching it. I'm like yelling at my TV. I was like, he fucking called it. He called it in the garage.
Yeah.
I was losing it. Oh man, I was losing it. Like, there's we'll get through all the stuff I want to ask, but I want to give like first and foremost like that. I want to give like kudos to that. I want to give kudos to, dude, your armbar escapes. Like, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I was like losing. I was like, dude, stand up,
They're close. They're tight.
Yeah.
They were tight.
Yeah, wild.
And you hopped over like it was slick.
Yeah,
It
man,
was
that's
insane,
just
yeah.
watching the Rodriguez brothers like non-stop, dude. Those armbar skates,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta know that.
Oh man, he gets caught in some nasty ones.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know.
disgusting.
I don't even know how he gets out of them. He just looks like he's rolling around somersaulting the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
What do
Yeah,
you
you made it look cleaner than he makes it look. Most of the
Yeah, it's
time.
true, dude.
And you know what?
Desperation.
You know what? Going through that, I swear, there's like, my brain just operates in different ways because you can see in the clip too. I kind of grab his foot and I move it to the outside of my head before I go to do the somersault. And I've never even drilled that. I've never even thought of that. But that's like what you're supposed to do. And for some reason, at that very moment, it just clicked in my head. I was like, "This is what I gotta do," and this just feels right. And it just
That's
worked.
survival
dude.
instinct.
Yeah, dude, it just worked.
Nice. So also another thing that I think kind of goes under the radar, when you knock the guy out, right? Drop the guy hard. He had it coming, and then you run up and you grab the camera, right? And like you're over the cage, you're yelling at the camera, and then you go back down and you go to like shake your opponent's hand, and like as you kind of do it, he like turns around, he's like falling out of the cage.
Oh yeah, the door was open.
Yeah, the door was wide open, nobody was there.
Yeah.
And you just literally jumped behind, grabbed him, and kind of like changed his course of direction a bit.
Yeah, man.
And then he like leans on the cage and his coaches start like, oh, okay. You know, you
saved him.
knocked him out and then you saved his
Like
life.
you're the nicest guy
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, that was like the weirdest thing.
You know what's kind of funny is I get a Facebook message last night, and it's from my opponent that I fought there. And he messages me and he goes, "Hey man, thanks for grabbing me at the end of the fight. Like, huge respect to that."
No, he didn't.
Yeah, man. And
That's so sweet.
I actually entered this whole fight with like a different mindset. Like, before every fight, I thought I'd have to get really jacked up, get angry, not like my opponent, because you're going in there to punch each other in the face. You think you can't really be friends with a guy like that.
Oh yeah.
No.
But before the fight, I was like, I'm just going to be myself, I'm not much of an angry dude, I'm just going to be friendly. So I went in, gave him a fist bump, and it was all good vibes before the fight. So after I knocked him out, it's not like I hated the guy. I wanted to see if he was good and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was all good vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Talk to me about, both of you can go for this question, but talk to me about your weight cuts that week. Like
Mine
a
was
couple
easy.
days, yeah?
Mine was pretty easy. Yeah, I got pretty lucky there. I was so super scared about not making weight because I was 208 a month out, so it was really easy for me to that's the main thing that was in my head every time I would think about eating something bad. I was like, oh, if you eat it, you're not making weight.
Yeah.
If you eat it, you're not making weight. So
That's
I made
discipline,
weight,
bro.
yeah.
That's discipline.
No, it wasn't even. It was fear. I don't have that
it
much
was fear.
discipline with food. It was just fear. I was like, I want to fight. I don't want to lose weight.
Yeah, for sure. And dude, for me, this is like the first time I ever had to cut like a couple pounds. Like, honestly, I've only had 2 fights before this, but I would show up a pound, 2 pounds off weight, and I'd sit in the sauna for 20 minutes. I'd be good to go. But I've been trying to put on the muscle. Been trying to put on the pounds. All the boys, they're like, "You gotta eat, man." I'm like, "Dude, I've been eating. I've been lifting, bro." And this is the first time it showed. Like, I showed up at Mitch's, and I think I was 131, 132.
Yeah.
And I had to get down to 127. Yeah, so I actually, out of all 3 of us, I had to sauna the most, which was...
Because you shredded, you're shredded already, so it's like...
And like I was telling you just before this, the no carbs for the week there, I've never had to watch anything I eat, like, my whole life, man. I just ate whatever, like, pre-game meals for me were a big bag of Miss Vicky's chips and a Gatorade, because my mom was always on the go. She'd pick me up after work and then straight to hockey, so... Yeah, I never knew nutrition or nothing like that, but... Yeah, it sucked. Like, I could only eat eggs, chicken.
It's the worst.
It's like only like 3 things, man. Yeah.
Normally it's so good. Like, I love chicken when I'm not in fight camp. But as soon as I'm in fight camp, I'm like,
yeah, you eat it every damn night, man.
Jeez. What I'm really curious to ask you, Cole, is that you came off a loss.
Yeah.
About a year ago, right? Give or take.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, how did you manage to regain the confidence? Because there's like, sounds like there's like no momentum building up to it. Like, it's like a long layoff. Like, what? Take me through that, man. Like, how'd you build the confidence back up to?
Dude, honestly,
the way you did.
It'd be selfish for me to say that I built the confidence back myself. I got to give big shout out to our coach. Like, he helped me throughout this whole process. Like, there was probably 3 separate times I literally tried to quit, and I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'd take like a couple days off, and he'd just stay on my ass, messaging me every day. Where are you? Where are you? You got to be here, man. Like like I got to give big credit to Mitch, coach there, because honestly, I would have never made it to this fight without him. So, big credit to him, dude. But bouncing back after that loss, it sucked. I just sat on it for a year. I'd watch the fight basically every day. I'd wake up and I'd just be like, damn, man, like, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? But then you get to the point where you just got to stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you just got to get back on the horse and start going. So, big credit to coach for getting me back on the horse. Yeah, big credit to coach.
Right on.
Yeah.
What was Cole? You can answer this question, dude. But actually both you can. But what did the 24 hours leading up to it look like? Like, take me through from like the night before when you guys left Sudbury to kind of arriving in Ottawa to when you guys got to the venue and laced up.
Pretty chill.
Like the ride down?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Dude, this is probably one of the most fun fight camps and fight trips, I should say, I ever had. And that's Alex, man.
Awesome. Oh,
Alex, that guy is like not a joke. Like, he just is funny in everything he says. His facial features when he says
his laugh when he says something solid, and you're like, ah! And I'm like, oh no.
I said on the way down, you always got that one buddy whose laugh can be funnier than the joke itself.
Oh, yeah, it's him.
And,
it's usually him.
Yeah. No, dude, that was one of the funnest trips down there, man.
Oh, like, so fun. Alex sitting in the back while you're laying on all the luggage.
Yeah. I honestly didn't even think about my fight on the way down. It was just such good vibes the whole way down. We had Reach driving us down there. Reach, Ron. Shout out to Ron.
Ron.
Yeah, love Ron.
Oh, that was a really good add to the freaking fight camp.
Oh yeah, Ron's a beauty.
He's so good at holding pads, man. He's good at flowing. It makes it feel like you're actually fighting. Like,
man.
Nice.
He really
Not
helped
stiff
me.
with it.
Oh,
yeah,
just a holding
he's
pad
good.
guy.
Gives you the freedom when holding pads too. You can throw whatever you want. He's gonna be there. He's catching.
Oh,
he's like,
sick.
And then if you're not really
into
clicking on a combo, it's not really how you would ever throw it. So it's almost like you're relearning something new. He'll switch it around to where it flows. Because on fight day, you're not gonna learn anything new.
No,
exactly. Like the pad holder can't be like strict because it's like, I'm not learning anything new, bro. I've already done all the work. So in those moments where like I would get stuck and I'm like, okay, I would never throw a knee here, I would never throw a kick here, he would just, okay, let's just throw uppercut, left hook, then knee, or you know what I mean? Like,
he's creative with it. Yeah.
I really liked it. He likes to shit on himself, but he's a really good pad holder.
Yeah, he's a beauty. He's a beauty.
On. Every time I was texting Alex, I was like, because he was messaging me on the ride up, and I was like, yo, how's the ride? And he's like, well, I was like, what vehicle did you guys take? Because like Mitch, Alex, and I took my vehicle up.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
The van,
yeah, the trap.
What I tell you, man, the van is where it's at.
It's true. Thank you, dude.
People
Let's
sleep
go.
on the
They sleep on
minivan,
the
bro.
van.
I'm getting the minivan.
I said, if I could
go.
redo it, I'd trade in my car and get a minivan.
Dude,
bro.
I'm probably gonna nap in it this weekekend. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
What I tell you,
I'm gonna
dude.
get it in my house. I'm gonna get a van.
Dude, it's brilliant. But
man.
Where I'm going with this was I was texting him. I was like, yo, don't let Mitch wake you guys up at 5 a.m. just to have a headache. So basically what Mitch did is like, so Alex and Mitch the night before, we're at Boss Pizza, kind of similar, I guess, turns out what you guys did, right?
Yeah, I love Boston Pizza. It's the best place.
The shrimp tacos?
And they have fish bowls, man.
Dude, so they had their fish bowls, but Mitch didn't know it came with Red Bull. Right? You both know. Yeah, that's exactly. So he ordered his second, and then the guy looks at him, and as he brings it, and he's like, sure you want to? And Mitch's like, why are you, like, Mitch honestly, he's like, yo, why are you like eyeing my order? Like, why are you judging me, dude, for ordering a fishbowl? And he's like, you know, there's a full can of Red Bull in each of them, right? He's like, dude, it's like midnight at this point. And now Mitch goes like, hey, so we're leaving at 5 a.m. tomorrow. And Alex and I are like, no, we're not. And then he's like, no, okay, I'll drive. And I'm like, I don't like people driving my vehicle. So like, if I have to drive 17 hours,
over off 2 Red Bulls.
Yeah. It's like, no, I'll drive it. So he was like, no, I'll drive. I'm like, whatever. We get up, it's like 5:15, we hit the road, right? We're maybe 45 minutes out of Ottawa, so this is like 6 a.m., right? We still got like 4.5, 5 hours to go. Mitch goes, Glenn, you got any Tylenol? And I'm like asleep in my passenger seat, my own van, cool. And he goes, and I go, no, I don't have Tylenol, I'm not like, I don't have headaches, like, what do you mean? a child, and he goes, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have to pull over. I got a massive headache. Jeez, somebody else is gonna have to switch drivers. And I was like, no, Alex is passed out on all our luggage again, right? In the back. Oh. He's like, what? And Alex is like, okay, I'll drive. And I'm just like, no, I don't have a headache. Dude makes us get up at 5 a.m. so we don't even see just the main event of the Vulcan Korean. No, was it Vulcan Korean Zombie? Whatever. The most recent Bulk fight. And we were like, oh man, this is wild. He wakes us up just like 5 a.m. on a Sunday after we've been up drinking and having fun, and then just for him to like, 45 minutes. Hey man, you got talent? No, okay. And then Mitch goes in the back of the van, sprawls out face down on all the luggage, and just we don't hear from him until North Bay.
I can see that happening.
It was the worst.
On the right back, he was being. Mitch is cutthroat when he's tired, man. He doesn't.
Dude, he doesn't. It's wild.
He put his chair all the way back, and he was like, "Alex, honestly, man, you're gonna have to deal with it." Yeah. I don't really know what you. Alex is fucking concussed at this point.
Yeah, he's just laying in the back.
And Mitch has just got his chair passed all against Alex, and you can see Alex is frustrated.
Dude,
Alex is like, honestly, like, you don't need it this far back. You're not even sleeping. You're on your phone.
I don't think we even made it to North Bay on our ride there, and we had already pulled over, and Ron was in the driver's seat. Yeah, we didn't even make it to North Bay.
Bro, I think I messaged Alex. I was like, bro, you could have asked for the van.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would have been.
I was like, I don't care. Just have it filled when I get back. That'd be all I ask. It'd be great. But I'm gonna try to go down for the next one.
Oh yeah,
I want to support. Like this was just Thanksgiving weekend, and I like expected my cousin to be up from Vancouver, so I was like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
And then I'd plan
next one. Like, next MFL card, I'm definitely getting on, man.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
freaking great.
It was a good time.
6 weeks away or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then we got one next month, so it'll be like.
Oh no! Is it once every month?
No. Next month is gonna be Nova Fight League. Hopefully.
Oh.
I hope they.
That's still
my
Montreal.
name's in. It's Quebec, like Quebec City.
Yeah, Quebec City is a long haul.
That's a far.
Yeah, 12 hours.
Yeah, that's a drive.
The only shitty part about that is that it's same day weigh-ins.
Yeah, dude. I did that trip in the same day weigh-ins to Quebec City before, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But like I said back then, I didn't have to cut weight, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So I'm not really excited about that, but other than that, it should
yeah,
go.
dude, that would suck for you.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, man.
It sucks. That was my first ever MMA fight, and on the way down, like I remember I almost cried because I was so hungry.
You went to Quebec City too, so I forgot you went to Quebec City too.
Yeah, I went for Nova, and I remember almost crying because I was so hungry on the ride down, I couldn't even sleep, and it wasn't even like a crazy weight cut or anything. I just got so hangry. I was just being a little bitch. I was just like, oh, I just want to eat.
And then we went
tears up your mental, dude.
We went to a shawarma shop. Fucking Mitch and Dorian got food, and Sammy didn't get anything. But I got this like little shawarma platter, right? Because I hadn't eaten anything that day, and that's not. I thought it was just meat and rice.
Yeah, nothing like a little Osmos.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
And I get my plate, and I put it down on the table, and Mitch looks at me and he goes, "You better not eat all that. You better not eat all that. What the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Don't eat that." And because like it was early in our relationship too, I got so like emotional. I was silent for like 2 hours after that, like 2-3 hours, because I knew if I started talking I was gonna cry, because I was just so like, I'm not a fatty.
Holy shit,
not bad, eh?
Oh yeah. I get so emotional when I can't eat.
This is like 2 years ago though.
Right? Yeah, it was terrible, man. I hate that. I'm not excited about that, but you get to face off with them when you win.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That. Yeah, that was the first fight you were telling me about? It was like they didn't. They don't.
Yeah, they don't really judge it. That's why I love MFL. They have live streams, they have commentary, and they have an actual judge. Like,
it's more real.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's more real.
The stream wasn't bad. Like it didn't kick out.
It's pretty good. Sometimes it kicks out.
Sometimes
it kicks out. Actually, my last fight, I got like this sick combo where I put him against the cage, and I got like uppercuts and then body hooks, and then it cut out for like my uppercuts and body hooks, and then it only started. That's where my clip is on. It only started when I was like hitting him with these like little bitch shots because he was trying to clinch.
Was that MFL?
Yeah, MFL. Yeah, I was pissed. I was definitely pissed. I was like, fuck.
So speaking of like in between rounds and judging, I'll ask you this question because you didn't make it to
the
22 seconds.
Yeah, you didn't make it too quick, man.
Just like congratulations, but. What was you can still answer this question, but what corner advice were you given in between rounds?
Basically, what I was told was basically I might have lost that first round, but we're gonna win this fight. Because once he went back to the corner, it was pretty clear that he was gassed. He was tired.
Yeah, he looked exhausted.
Yeah, he did. Actually, I got a little inside info because he did message me on Facebook, and we started talking about our fight. It's kind of cool. We're kind of
like
bros.
that.
Added him on PlayStation too. Yeah, so, yeah. And you know what I'm thinking, like long term, you know, there's not many 125ers, so good training partners, right? If I ever do make the trip down.
Yeah.
But I was asking him, and at the end of the first round, I stood up, and I had a split second, and he went to stand up too, and I hit him with a little shot while he was standing up.
Yeah.
Round over. I didn't think that landed too hard, but he told me that when I hit him with that shot, he went back to his corner and he was already like a little foggy. Yeah, so then I go to my corner and Mitch says his hands are down. You go out there, you throw a body shot, a leg kick, his hands are going to drop and that right hand's going to be there. So literally the first thing I did when I went out there, he threw a sloppy leg kick. I went to the body, threw a leg kick, and it made great connection. And at that point, I was like, "Oh, this guy's done," because his leg went flying. And then, sure enough, hands dropped, and I just threw it right down the pipe, smoked him. I could see his eyes roll back to the back of his head, and then the uppercut just laid him out. And
man.
Yeah, man, but just followed exactly what the coach said, and man, it worked.
Yeah, he's got cheat codes, because that was the same thing. Yeah. He basically said, keep your chin down, throw an overhand. Fucking, that's what happened.
Yeah, straight up. Dude, I get it. So I go to the equipment room to put on my pads and gloves, and Cole's up, and I'm like trying to watch the fight. So ding ding, I turn, I put my gloves on, I turn over my shoulder, I turn back, crowd goes, bah! I turn back around, this guy's on top of him, choking him out, fight over. I'm like, are you kidding me? That fast. Not a word of a lie. 30 minutes prior to this fight, our coach Mitch was saying, Cole, I visualized you, man. Like the first 10 seconds, like you're gonna go out there and you're gonna knock this guy. I could just see it, man. Jeez. He's like, I can just see it. You're gonna do that. And then sure enough, this guy goes out there, almost knocks out the guy in the first 10 seconds, takes his back like a champ and chokes him out.
That was insane.
Yeah,
man.
come on.
I don't know how I pounced on that choke so fast. Like he just turned away from me, and I was like, oh.
I felt bad when I was watching you. I was like, oh no.
Right? Oh.
Don't hurt him.
I was like, this is gonna be miserable. Yeah. I felt like I was watching a crime that I couldn't.
I yelled so much. I almost shit my pants, man. I yelled so much, like literally so much.
I almost shit.
I had so much energy because we just trained a month for that. Like that's all I was thinking about for a month, and that's all that there was. So I was like, I was ready to go another round. Yeah. Like, I was like, come on, no, that can't be it. That can't be it. Yeah,
man.
Can't be it.
You could see it like oozing out of your face and your eyes in the photos, and I'm like, oh, Cole's going.
Yeah.
He's going downtown picking fights at the bus station. Just to get this adrenaline out of him.
Dude, that's what I said to my family at Thanksgiving. That's why I lost all control in my celebrations, because I had so much energy left. I was ready to go all 9, prepared myself for all 9 hard rounds. I had so much energy after I finished them. I just started running around.
He was like
chicken with the second.
I was loving it. Everybody was getting fired up.
Yeah.
No, that ref hates me, man.
Yeah?
That ref
doesn't like
you. He doesn't like that I yell, I don't think. Or maybe it's just the way his face is, but like even in the pictures, like when I'm doing my bow, you can see he's like when he's raising my hand, he's just looking out like, oh, this guy again.
This guy again. I think he's just like that, man. He's always
he might be stoic.
But he's never dapped me up, and he dapped my opponent up. So I took that as a personal.
I would take that personally too. Yeah, how dare he?
Maybe I wouldn't have choked him out if he didn't dap the guy up.
Oh, he was unconscious. You know, hey man, he could have been quicker. He might have not needed to choke him out, but
maybe but it was fucking the best 20 seconds of my life.
Yeah, dude, that was great. It was fun to watch.
So I find it funny you mentioned too with like Mitch's ability to kind of predict or foreshadow or just call the shots, because man, I remember we were doing like we did the GTA Classic, right? And I was just like, okay, I had just ran the marathon, and then 2 weeks later he's like, I'm like, yeah, right, I registered, forgot. So anyways, we go, and I'm like, man, I'm nervous, I don't know, we're just gonna try to strangle as many people as quickly as possible, right? That's the goal.
Yeah.
And he goes, the morning out, like 2 mornings before, or the Friday morning, right? He's like, yeah, you and Simon are gonna close it out, don't worry. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll see. And he's like, no. They're going to put you at opposite ends, and it's going to happen. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But what was crazy is I was watching inside the matches, watching back, like, every one of us and stuff. And I was like, the people who trained in the morning and people who didn't train, like, focused, like, wrestling heavy or just kind of even settling being on the bottom, I guess is the best way to put it. We're just like, oh, we're taken down or we're on the ground. Well, let's try to get up.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, which is huge. I think a lot of, like, jiu-jitsu guys have that issue with like, oh, nobody just wants to get up.
No, they don't.
Dude, so I started like, I was like framing, pushing the head away, and then I'd start to get up, and I was like, oh, this is a whole new world up here. And then you can head snap, you can back take, you can throw chokes in. Like, whoa, it just presents itself, right? From the front headlock position often. I'm like,
wrestling is a kryptonite to so many jiu-jitsu athletes.
Jeez,
it really is.
It's kind of cool though to see, but what would you say is more important goal? Like if you had to pick one to like really focus on, like would be your grappling or your kickboxing?
Oh, I definitely gotta work on my grappling. I definitely gotta work on my grappling. Like I said, big credit to Alex and you yourself, Glenn. I feel like people don't give you your praise. You're a hell of a grappler, man. And dude, you're wrestling, like you're wall wrestling. That's why I see your bag in here, and I know you come in here late at night and you see yourself in that ring. You're like,
do I have a camera in here that you can see?
Yeah, man. But you're wall wrestling too. You're a beast, dude. You're so strong. Sorry, what was your question again? I kind of lost track.
Dude.
I just
in the praise, dude.
Yeah, man. No, seriously.
It's about between the grappling and the striking, like kind of the importance of.
Oh yeah, I definitely the grappling, man. Just my jits. I struggle with just the most basic things. I'm getting good at submission defense because I'm always in submissions. You guys are always putting me in submissions, man.
You're tough to finish though, dude.
I know, yeah. Squirrely.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, kickboxing kind of just growing up, every time I used to get angry and say anything, I just go into my garage and hit the bag. And I'd YouTube how to get better in this, so it kind of came a little bit easier than grappling. I'd like to get better at wrestling. I mean, I got nice shots, but my chaining and all that, I'm kind of stuck on the same 2 takedowns right now.
Right.
I'd like to expand my retoire.
Yeah.
That's a big word.
Let's go,
That's
dude.
a pretty big word. Okay. Big word. Yeah, I'd like to expand that. Yeah. But no, man, definitely my grappling. My grappling. Yeah.
Nice. Do you did you fight a lot growing up?
Yeah. Nothing that I'm proud of. It was just being young and just not mature and not learning how to handle my emotions properly and whatever.
Well, I've had a crap ton of people be like, "Oh, you train with Cole King? Yeah, oh, he's a beast, man. You don't want to meet him at the bar."
No, I was really young and dumb, and then you learn your lessons. I got a hard lesson growing up, and then ever since that, I don't partake in those activities anymore. I'd like to say I moved on. I'm a little bit more mature. I've learned my lesson. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah.
Right on. So you moved to number 4 in the division, right?
Yep.
I believe, and you moved to number 3.
Yeah.
How many? How many more till a title shot, both of you? Or do you start like thinking about it?
MFL, you should maybe, you should look my way. Maybe after the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe give me someone who's ranked.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, you didn't get one? The guy was
No, I don't even think, because I think it's really about activity. I think that a lot of the people that are on the rank, they were active and now they're less active, so they're going down.
Yeah, they're kind of just there and then get.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know how the ranking system works there yet.
Yeah, I just feel like they just kind of like throw names. Whoever's in the same weight, they're gonna try and make the best matchup out of who they got.
Nice.
I've actually already fought the champ of my division.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Was that your last fight?
That was my last fight.
No.
Yeah, but like, I want that back. I want that back so much.
You were hurting him in the first
fight. I was
having
having success standing up, and second fight I learned a lot. I learned my lesson the hardest way you can, getting tapped out.
Yeah.
But I was just having my way striking. I was doing pretty good, and I just got tunnel vision, man. I totally forgot about. I was in MMA. I'm not in a kickboxing match right now. So he shot a takedown, and I go back, look, it was a sloppy takedown. I should have been able to defend it. But then that wasn't even the end. He got me down. He had me in mount. And then I just overturned when I was trying to escape, and he took my back. Just one little mistake costing me the fight, but I think if we ran it back, I think that fight's all mine. I think so. And before this fight, you asked me that question, I go, I never want to fight that guy again. But then now, man,
fight anybody.
I'm riding the high, man. Give me anyone.
Let's go.
Nice, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's yours. You're champ.
Yeah, dude, I want that bad. Like, obviously, I'll fight whoever. Like, I don't care who I'm gonna fight. Yeah. But I do eventually want to get that one back, just to fill that void in my life, man. Yeah. Like, I just feel like I should have won that fight.
Is this champ still champ at MFL, or has he gone pro?
No, he's still champ at MFL.
Good question.
But it's a little bit weird because the guy he fought for the belt is ranked below me. Like, and it wasn't a contender match, and it wasn't anything like.
But they fought
You're
for the
gonna fuck
title.
his shit up, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the weird thing
Yeah.
about the 170 division is I think there's been 2 champs so far, and they both gone pro.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
as soon as they get the belt. So I don't even know if the champ in my division is still at MFL.
He might have been.
I think because I saw a post where he went pro.
Yeah.
It was like MFL to pro. They made a whole post on that.
So he's definitely.
I don't know.
He's definitely moved on.
Yeah, you must have saw that.
But he's still on
kid
the
climbing the rankings.
Yeah,
And he's like, I gotta get out of here.
Can't deal with these 12-second KOs. Like, it's not enough to knock me out. Now you gotta strangle me too in front of my family.
Yeah.
Like, that guy had a girlfriend, kids. I'm sure. Like
Yeah, that was I felt really bad about screaming so much. Like I apologized to him like 3 times, and I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't apologize.
No,
Apologize
because
to
I yelled.
absolutely nobody.
No,
The champ does what the fuck.
No, I yelled in his ear after I choked him out. Like I choked him out. He tapped, and I grabbed his shoulder, and I went like, "Ah!" And he pushed me away.
That's what he dreams about, and he hears those screams, bro.
No.
He hears those screams.
That might have been rather why the ref wasn't too happy.
Yeah,
because he pulled you off.
He did, and then he looked at me like, "What's wrong with you? Like you're an idiot." Like, oh, it's like fucking hilarious.
You ever been in my shoes?
Yeah.
You ever walked a mile in these boots?
Yeah.
You ever worn my gloves, dude? Jeez, man. But
That's my favorite part, man, about the whole fight day thing is getting my hands wrapped.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that
You like that?
so much.
Yeah.
Every time that like the tape goes on, I find it so satisfying, and how it starts so loose, and then your hand feels like it's in like rocks. Oh, and I just feel like I
love
can
it,
hurt
Yeah,
someone
man.
so bad
I'm
with
starting to
the
get kind of scared sitting beside you right now.
No, dude, I love the tape. I love the tape. I
Dude,
wish I could do that every day before training.
I actually didn't like the tape at all.
No?
Like the first 2 times I fought, I was uncomfortable. Like I found like in between the fingers, it felt really tight.
Oh, it does feel a little.
But this time, it felt great. And you know what? I'm glad I did have them wrapped up because punching with those gloves on as hard as you can, like my thumb was sore for a bit and my hands felt those punches. Like
if you hit with like this part of your fist.
Yeah.
Oh man, my thumb was fucked.
you can't throw hammer fists, eh?
No,
right.
but like sometimes say you're accidentally, you go to throw a hook and he's out of range, you'll like clip him with these knuckles, or say you're throwing like a
overhand.
I think it's called like a European hook or something like that.
Or whatever they hit.
Don't quote me. Yeah, you hit like this,
right.
but you can catch your like your thumb or something like that.
That's how Dylan throws hooks.
Oh yeah,
Makes him harder and faster, but it kind of fucks with the way it fucks with the way your fist hits. You know, because if you hit him with the 2 knuckles, that's a solid hit.
Oh,
If you hit him like this, you can break
It
your
kind of like
wrist.
hurts a bit.
Oh,
There's not much, like they don't go that low.
Oh,
eh,
you
on
can
the
break
wrist.
your wrist like that for
How
sure.
low do they go on the wrist?
Like about here, the wraps go a little
That's
bit farther than
yeah.
the MMA gloves.
So not enough. It's still not enough to.
No.
Bro, you know what? I kind of get nervous because I only know you guys like
From fighting.
like from and like there's a different side of us that kind of comes
Oh,
out.
yeah.
And we kind of like I'd rather keep to myself a little bit.
At training,
right? Yeah, because I'm like, first of all, it's first thing in the morning, and like, it's vulnerable. I have to like, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to make small talk. I'm like, let's get into it.
Yeah.
I want to warm up, and then afterwards we'll say our shit, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, that's it's fucking nuts.
Especially at 5 minutes, it's a really vulnerable time. Like that's what me and Brody have gotten, because Brody would come a lot in the morning.
Yeah.
And me and him don't really argue ever, but sometimes when we'd be trying to talk about techniques in the morning, I would see it in like Brody's eyes, like rage.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Why are you mad, man? Like, what's wrong?" And he would he'd be down to fucking knock me out. He'd be like, honestly, what do you mean, man? It's 5 o'clock. I don't freaking understand this.
Dude.
It's me off, man.
Yeah.
And it's like the only times that I would see me and Brody, I'd be like, "Oh, I relate to you." Yeah.
That's the brother thing though, man. Like if me and my brother trained,
Oh,
it'd be like that too. I mean, we're pretty good now, but growing up, I swear, I always say I got like unlimited rounds growing up. For like training kind of came a little bit maybe easier to me because I had unlimited rounds growing up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What inspired you originally to kind of get into like taking it seriously?
Taking it serious?
Yeah, and be like, oh, I can make something out of this.
Well, dude, I had like a really close accident, hit my head really hard, and I woke up in the hospital and almost lost my life. So I was like, damn, dude. And I mean, some might say MMA's not the best to get into after head injuries.
I mean, you've already had a head injury.
Yeah, no, man, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
I was like, I don't have this issue.
Yeah, but man, I just felt like I was wasting my time, wasting my life, dude. And it's always been a dream. Like it started on YouTube, like crazy shit on YouTube. And I'm not talking MMA. I'm talking like, you know, where I can move this way and I can move energy, you know.
Yeah, like
and I do these moves on my mom in the kitchen. And then, like I said, I'd hit the bag all the time. And then I had that happen to me. And then I said, one day I was like, you know what? I've been talking about it forever. I just need to go and show up. I just need to show up, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Nice.
And basically just watched it all the time and just wanted to live that life. So I just knew I just knew I could do it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, man.
So that's why like everybody kind of growing up was like, oh, I know, like my buddy Reese. Yeah, dude, one of my best friends. He was watching with me, dude. Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
He was yeah, man. He's one of my best friends. He was. I invited him over to watch the fights when I got the pay per view this weekend. I was like, yeah, man, yo, come over watch. And then he's like, who's on the card? I was like, oh, Cole, my buddy Cole. I just had on the show. And then I was like, then you got Dirty Alex, and then Cole King's fight. He's like, Cole King? I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, grew up with that guy. Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm fired up to watch that fight. He's like, fucking so excited. So I was like, man, we were like losing our shit. We're like so much more. It's so much better actually watching. I had more fun watching you guys fight than like just watching a UFC card.
Yeah, I feel that sometimes. Like,
well, yeah, man, you're part of us in there. Like the only reason we're there and performing so good, like you're part of our training. You're our training partner, bro. Like
you can do it.
You know what I mean? If it wasn't so far away, everybody, you guys would all be there in our corner, right?
Take a van every time.
Yeah, one WS and MMA fights, man.
Not just like the kickboxing or the specific like.
I'll do a few kickboxing fights here and there, but it's more just like. It's always, I think it's so gay, man. You can't even clinch. There's so many rules. You can't clinch? Bro. No, you clinch someone and break it up within a few seconds because there's always K1 rules. It's not Muay Thai rules. It's just stupid, man. I don't really like kickboxing. I think just doing kickboxing by yourself is a good way to get brain damage and look a little bit like I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
I love it. Dude, we were just talking earlier how like you're the first person to ever say retard on the show.
I know, I saw that.
My buddy told me about it. I was like, yeah, I realized it. And was like, it's so funny. But here's the thing, too. It's like, I'm not in the... Why are we talking about the no-go? So, like, we didn't go through this, but I was telling him about, right before you arrived, was like, because I didn't want to talk about the fights. I didn't want to talk about it this morning or you about it this weekend. So I was like, okay, what do we talk about? This. So how my process usually goes is it's reach out and then we do an icebreaker thing, but we don't need to do that.
Yeah,
right?
we do it
exactly. We know each other pretty well. Yeah. So like don't need to do that, but I'll do the icebreaker. I'll just video call, I'll chat back and forth for a couple of days with the person and then schedule something. Right? Kind of same thing with you guys, but there's like a 15-20 minute video call with everybody. And I tell people, I'm like, what are my no-goes? And then I say, I don't like, you know, they tell me what they don't want to talk about or at least don't want to be asked about, right? Thank you. And she what was I saying? But I ended up going with like, yeah, no, like I'll always come back to saying I'm not in the business of telling people what they can and can't say. And then I realized I'm like, you know, there are where it flew like for me where I was like, oh, that's cool. It was like you refer to yourself.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you didn't like call. You're like, man, that would like that guy's retarded. No,
I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah. Like something about like computers and cognitive.
Yeah, I'm just that's exactly
what I was like. No, I'd rather shoot a nail gun and cut 2x4s. So like, you're like, I can't do computers, man. Editing, photo, you know, digital marketing.
Oh
no
man,
thanks.
that's why I'm so glad that guy made that clip.
Oh, Julian? Dude, I know. Once I saw that, I was like, that is dead.
Julian is so good at that.
Where's he from? Like, does he train at
the gym? He goes to the gym. He normally goes on weekends now, but he went to the intro to kickboxing. That's where I met him. And him and his buddies, him and a few of the other guys, they all come and they train in the morning with us. Yeah. Or not in the morning, like in open mat, sorry. Yeah. And they always get super excited when I fight and they like hype me up.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's so sick. Like, my homies. And they were really hyped that I won, and then Brody and Leland, I had taken the dog out for a walk, and I came in, and they were like, "Yo, did you see that reel? See that reel someone made?"
You didn't even know? You didn't tell them?
I didn't even know. No way! He made that. Like, he made that, and he put it on his... Well,
dude, he clipped it from, like, the reel and...
literally went on the YouTube video, clipped it. Like, he's so good at it. He's so good. His TikTok account has like I think it's Combat Hub. I'm sorry, Julian.
Shout out Combat Hub.
I'll put the actual like account in the description.
He's got like 69,000 followers or something like that, and he put me on his TikTok like 69,000.
Are you serious? Yeah. Holy shit! Yeah. Okay, got you.
Like he's really good. He makes a whole bunch of UFC clips. Like he's really good at this. So I was so hyped when he made it. I was like, and then he's like, "Can I post it on my TikTok?" And I'm like, "Dude, you don't gotta ask me. Of course you can." Yeah.
Man, I got fired up. I wanted to ask you about that too. Like, man, he was like, you know, I'm like knocking him out, and then it cuts, and then it's like choking him out. Boom. And I was like, got me more fired up than watching it. Man, this is insane. Jeez, dude,
I've probably watched it like 100 times, man.
Yeah, dude, same.
I've watched it so many times.
Yeah, I was so grateful, man. Fuck, it was so cool.
Yeah, it was such a... That made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
that made me want to do it again. Next time, another one, first rounder, man. I'm getting out of there. I'm going to eat dinner.
Dude, did you eat A&W after like one of your first fights?
My last fight I ate A&W right before. I had a matzo burger and like onion rings, and I was already so full. Like my stomach hurt. Like it felt like someone had been kicking me in the stomach the whole ride over. I was so full, and I was just like, no, we're at A&W. I'm getting a burger, man.
Yeah, nothing better than a matzo, dude.
Oh, and then I had him mount like I had his back, and I had to like push my belly into his back, and I was almost throwing up. Man, when I was punching. It was the worst thing ever. I'll never do that again.
Jeez,
that's kind of funny. I have a similar story. My first fight, our weigh-ins were at like a mall, same day weigh-ins. And then right after we head straight to the food court, right? So we go straight to the food court. And I'm looking around and I'm like, Thai Express, oh yeah. But then I make the bad decision. I try to be that alpha masculine dude. Got to give me the spicy. I want the spiciest you got.
Mild, medium, or spicy?
Yeah, I want the spice. And then they give it to me. Man, talk about heartburn. Talk about just the burning sensation everywhere, man.
Oh,
yeah.
I did the same thing. I didn't get spicy, but I threw all my Thai Express up right.
Oh, you got Thai Express too? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never eat there again. I'll never eat there.
What's your favorite like go-to? Like immediately when you're done fighting, you're like, I can do whatever. Yeah,
burger.
It's dirty.
That'll always be my go-to. I just want a burger.
Nice.
Oh, I want a burger so bad.
Yeah,
right
like,
now,
you probably want one now. Yeah.
I want a burger all the time.
Dude, I've been trying to call the Townhouse to get them to order the Euro burger for the last the last 2 weeks. Every couple nights I'll call and be like, hey, dude, they never get back to me.
Are you serious?
I left like 11 messages and I'll let that phone ring. It rings like 11, like 7 different times. It's brutal, man.
Man, they don't want you to get your Euro.
No, I'm like, jeez, dude. It's so good, man.
Townhouse, you gotta get your stuff together.
Yeah, but they do have good burgers.
Yeah.
They are a good burger place. Yeah.
I've actually never gotten a burger there. Are they that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Is that the place where they always like they name them after like the cities? Like you got the Detroit burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just down the.
Yeah.
Really, it's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh man, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out
No, nothing much better.
Nice.
Yeah.
But when you guys are planning for when you guys plan for the fight, did you plan specific opponent or like what do you guys do separately? Like that was different from I guess what you did. Preparation. Well,
just for preparation, the best way I can put it in short form is you gotta familiarize yourself. That's not bad, eh? Not bad. Well, actually, I just gotta squeeze this in here real quick.
Yeah.
A little fun fact you guys don't know about me: I'm a public speaking champion.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go,
so,
dude.
You know how you write like speeches in public school and stuff?
Yeah.
No way, you're a champ.
You like, where's your belt, dude?
Buddy, grade 3, grade 4, grade 6,
Back to back.
grade 7.
Back to
I
back.
could memorize it and, actions with the hands.
Yeah, we're going to cycle back to the question.
Yeah, sorry.
In a
Yeah.
second, but
anyways, no, I'll get back to that. You got to make yourself familiar and comfortable with the area and just whatever you're around. So before my fight, I always like to look at pictures of the ring. I look at pictures of the refs. I put a picture of my opponent on my phone because I'm going to be looking across the ring at him. I go down in my garage, I shut off the lights, I'm like pretending I'm walking out, I close my eyes. I'm trying to manifestation. This guy went in hard on that last time. But I listened to Sean O'Malley say something when he walks out, he doesn't think of everything else going on. He says the same 3 things in his head. And I did that from the moment we got to the gym till the moment I got in the cage. I just kept saying to myself, stay calm, too long, too strong.
Ooh.
It rhymes a little well.
So you can memorize it a bit better.
Yeah, exactly. So I just kept saying those 3 things, and I just ran through all the possible scenarios in my head, and
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that, taking pictures of the fight and the ref. And
That's smart.
Yeah,
it's the extra mile.
Just so when you show up, like nothing's new. You already know. You know it's gonna be there. Like the practice room, I already knew what that looked like, so I just see that in my head, and that's
what I think I love so much about MFL is that normally it's not like how Alex had it at another place. Normally it's always at that cage.
Yeah.
Always in that place.
Was weird.
So it's really easy to visualize the cage, visualize the ref, visualize the walkout, and everyone screaming, and then getting ready for that. Because what stresses me out always, man, is when I'm in the locker room, like warming up. I'm not that much of like a I don't really get too hyped. Like,
you're not trying to mean mug or anything.
Yeah, I'm not the best at that. Like I'll look at my opponent and I'll make eye contact and stuff, but I'm not like giving him the mean mug. Like I'm more just like looking at him. Hello, like even this guy, my last opponent, I walked by him. And he made eye contact with me, and we dapped each other up. So I've never really been like a super aggressive before the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But when everyone starts screaming, I'm down there, I'm all chill, I'm all calm, like, trying to get my zen.
Yeah.
And then all I hear is like stomping. That has always set me off. That will always set me off. I just get like, not like a good way. It's like, oh, I have to go out in front of them. Like, oh,
You just get fired up. You get
overwhelmed.
overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed and a bit sketched. But because we've gone to the same place so many times, now it's more like I get hyped. I'm like, oh, that's
nice.
They're going to be making that about me. They're going to be.
I guess that's where the preparation and like being confident in your preparation comes from, right? And like the preparation side of it, because I don't think if you were as prepared,
you'd be scared.
You'd be like, it'd be different.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I didn't feel like very nervous the whole fight camp, the full day of the fight or whatever, until I saw these guys go in and finish their fight, and I was standing in the back, especially watching Alex dog that out, man.
That was insane. I was freaking out.
Yeah,
man.
You know what though? I was in the back of that room knowing damn well that he was gonna get that submission.
Yeah, he's living there.
Yeah, because I just from rolling around, I know what he's capable of, and when you're striking in his guard, he's gonna lock something up.
Yeah, like you got matter of time.
Yeah, you got to be composed and just you can't rain down bombs on him because he's gonna get you.
No, you have to get him out with that.
Yeah,
he just can't. He just finds a way to win, man.
Yeah,
I was telling Alex this multiple times. If anyone else went into that fight with Alex's skill set, they would have lost.
Yeah,
it's because Alex is a fucking dog.
Dude, it's insane.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't give a shit, man.
No.
Kick him in the face when he's down. He'll still get up.
And man.
Oh man, it was so sick.
I think he said a little something like he was that third round. He was like basically in his head. He was like, "Yeah, I'm like ready to quit." But then our coach Ron just went to say, "Don't quit now." And then as soon as he said that, Alex is like, it just woke me up, and then boom, I latched on that and.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, good for him.
Yeah, Ron's really good at hyping you up, man.
Yeah, he just gets fired up.
He's so chill most of the time, and then when he says shit like
that,
you're
like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Ron's saying it. Yeah, Ron's saying it.
Yeah. Jeez, man. You know what I think would be cool? I think it'd be cool that when you guys don't pick your music that you walk out to.
No, I can't wait, man. I know exactly what song to use.
Yeah. What one?
My Darling by MMA or MMA.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
My Darling by Eminem for MMA.
Nice.
Yeah, how's that one go again?
It's like it's basically like a talk between him and his addiction.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then it's my favorite song.
That's a good one.
Nice, dude.
Such a good song.
What about you?
Oh, dude, I'm all over the place. Oh, what's the one that goes like, all the other kids with...
Dude,
I kind of... I used to want... You know what, actually, Glenn, shout out to you. I listened to your guys' podcast, and you said you don't like to listen to music before your competitions.
No.
And I took that into consideration, and I was thinking, when I listen to hard rap and stuff that makes me want to... You know, that's when I'm at, like, my worst. It, like, gets me hyped up and my heart going. But you got to stay calm, man.
Stay calm for long, right?
Exactly, and then you got your cardio with you. So I didn't listen to any music going up to my fight.
Interesting.
And before I'd have my earphones in all the time, but I didn't listen to any music, and actually it helped me keep, as this guy would say, you're zen. Like I was zen right out, and but if I had to pick one, it'd have to be something uplifting. Uplifting.
Nice. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I was thinking too. I was like, this was my question with the speaking. It reminded me that you can rap. Like you're decent.
No, he can. He
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, I've heard.
Yeah,
I've heard through the rumor mill. So I was like, oh man, it'd be cool if you. I'm not gonna. I mean, I want you to, but I'm not gonna like make you freestyle on the show.
Oh boys, I haven't done. You know what? If you give me notice, like you know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't just. I would just up at
you.
Well, actually, if you want me to,
next thing you know, I take my phone out of full song.
Yeah. Dude, let's go. But I was like, make your own track and come out to it.
Oh,
that'd be wild.
That'd be deadly.
Yeah, people are like, man, what's this? They start Shazamming it. I'm that guy. I'll Shazam stuff in the club. Just like,
yeah.
Interesting.
That's good, man. I want to see someone do that so bad.
That'd be sick. That'd be different.
I turn over. What are you doing, man? Taking an Instagram video? No, man, Shazamming.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of this song? It's not working really well.
I guess that'd be a problem. Good. Yeah, I guess that'd be a problem.
That'd be really good. No, I would buy you a drink.
That'd be sick.
I'd buy you a drink. Yes, sir.
Dude, no, it's weird. That's cool though. You didn't. I like didn't listen to anything, and it
No,
kind of
dude, that podcast, you helped me out, because you know when I thought about that, I was like,
interesting.
you're totally right. You were onto something, man.
I've noticed like I won't work out, like I'll work out in here without it, because I think the whole thing is I don't even remember where I got this first idea from, but I don't think it's realistic. First of all,
David says that all the time. David Goggins, he says it constantly. He says, "You're a bitch if you listen to music."
David's in my DMs, though.
Yeah.
So actually, funny story. So I'll circle back for sure. But what happened is, so I'm prepping to do the marathon, and we did like a 12.5K run. My buddy and I did in like -25, and we took the photo on his Strava, and my buddy like idolizes David Goggins.
Yeah.
I don't follow the guy. I'm like,
John about Devin?
Yeah, exactly right. Dirty Dev. And so dude,
Dev.
I'm like, Dev's like idolized. He follows. He's like, man, I read a second book on pre-order. I'm like, all right, sure, yeah, I get it. If that's what you need, I'm all for people finding motivation in that. Like if you need some Jack Black dude yelling "Stay hard" for you to like get up and train harder.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't need to wake up to motivational stuff at 5:10 in the morning. I'm like, I'll just get up, right?
Yeah,
Eventually.
that motivational stuff pisses me right off.
Yeah, it kind of is like mildly annoying for me, but if it gets more people to the gym, awesome. But with that, I reposted the story, and I was like, David Goggins would approve of the work, because he like gutted it through that run because he was just not having it, and I was like, David Goggins would approve of you today, or something like that, kind of giving him kudos. And he responded to my story and was like, "Stay hard."
No way! Are you serious, man?
Yeah, is that why you said "stay hard" so much throughout the run?
That's why I was saying it through like so much, right? Dude, yeah, because I was like, man, I was trying to get him. I said it to so many random people while running in Ottawa, man. It was like ridiculous. Like I was like, "Stay hard." There's like a 13-year-old kid with her sign and like lemonade stand in like Westboro in Ottawa, and I'm like,
that's what I should have been yelling.
"Stay hard, brother."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, stay hard." Yeah, and then like, all right.
Should have went up, tapped his back. "Stay hard, bro."
Yeah, that was too good.
Maybe not.
Yeah, actually,
a little sus for
yeah,
sure,
a little
but,
sus.
Just a little, right?
Oh no, man!
Yeah, so
This is 2 for 2 in each podcast. I got some sus stuff to say.
we can edit whatever you want.
Yeah.
We won't, but it's like, we'll clip it. But everything will be taken out of context. Everything you said. But basically, circling back with the Goggins and like the no headphones and stuff, I've always felt like it just hypes me up, and then I'll get too fired up, and then I get nervous, and I may react to it differently. But like over the years, I've kind of what I think I have as like a skill that's not like world class of any stretch, but I think my ability, something I have is an ability that's better than the average bear, would be like an ability to learn.
Yeah.
Like I can see things in like while watching like an ADCC match, and then just watch it, and then just watch it once, and then just try it the next day, and it worked.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's weird. And it could be just like a lot of like, I grew up doing a lot of sports, like all the neural pathways are all similar.
Yep.
Right? So it's not much different. Like you could see a couple combos, and now that you've been training for years, you're like, oh, you don't have to learn it for 4 hours. You can just, I see it, drill it 2 or 3 times and warm up, and now you could do it under pressure, right?
Why Instagram's so sick.
Right? So it's awesome. And kind of doing that is like, I've kind of learned how I learn well, and just how I can stay calm and stuff, and try to be as composed as possible. My buddy says this, where he's like, I think it's composure is, or calm is composure's cousin, or something like that. Something like that, like very similar, right? And so it's just kind of, if you can force yourself to be as composed as possible, you keep your heart rate low. And Chael Sonnen talked about it years ago, but he's like, you have no like stress or nerves, anxious energy, whatever. Stress is a fatigue, right? It fatigues you, right? And then you're like, that's what being gassed out is, in theory, right? When we're talking about people who get into a fight and they're like, oh, I'm getting fired up. I'm like, yeah, you burn them. Like, yeah, but all your nerves are preparing you for that. But you've been jacked up for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't even fighting yet.
Right? So it's like trying to be as like composed and as resting hard and as chill as absolutely possible until the last minute. For me, when I know is like when I put my mouthpiece in, that's when I switch it. Right? So it's like when you're getting your hands wrapped, you're like, okay. Or they like hit your music or your music.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever. And that's when I've noticed, I'm like, okay, if you can flip the switch and you get good at that, and then saying what you're saying, like the mantra and stuff that you and Sugar would say leading up, I think everybody has their own.
Oh yeah, I like that mantra idea.
Yeah, dude, I think you hit the nail on the head when you just said playing other sports helps you with the learning too, because like footwork and everything, I think that's what helped me too as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you played a lot of hockey, or like you still do.
Yeah, I still play a lot of hockey and just like baseball too, hand-eye. Like I find like when I throw my punches, there's for some reason I find something I do well is just finding the chin.
Yeah.
I can really just find.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I can find my targets. You know, I like to. I need to feint more or whatever, but I find sometimes I throw, I can just find my targets, and I think that comes just from baseball, other sports, my hand-eye, just knowing my distance and such. But
even right in the beginning of your fight, I want to mention this earlier, but I'll mention it now. At the beginning of the fight, I found, so he shot from like 30 feet out, but he shot within like the first couple seconds, but you hit him.
Yes,
like you found your range like right away.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw you hit him with the jab, I was like, oh. I was like, you hit the ground. I was like, Reitz, if they get back up to the feet, like Cole's just gonna tag him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it's over when they get back to the feet. So
Yeah.
Like, if Cole can get up and they can get back to the standing, like a stand-up fight, then I'm like, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Yeah, no, that's what I find a lot of people didn't see was right at the gate I came and I threw a lead hook and a right.
Yeah.
Lead hook smacked his jab down and I hit him, and he even said to me when he texted me, he's like, you hit me with that first shot and I was surprised, like we didn't think you could hit that hard. And then he said that shot, it was a panic shot. He's like,
snappy.
He said my game plan was to get to the ground, try and submit you as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And then in my head I'm thinking like,
Yeah, you shot it from 9 feet up.
and he pulled guard, and in my head I'm like, okay, I know you're a jiu-jitsu guy, but man, we're here to fight.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Yeah,
we're here to
you can't
fight, bro.
pull. I
But
can understand maybe jumping depending on the scenario, but pulling, like just pulling them.
Yeah, from my
'cause
sprawl.
you teed off on them.
yeah. And like I was going back, I just learned from grappling with Alex so much.
Yeah.
When you're in that guard with a jiu-jitsu player that knows what he's doing, you can't just start tossing punches and be dumb.
Yeah,
So that's why I just stayed calm. I played my options. I probably knew I was losing. Just like my first fight, he took my back, and I had a hard time understanding I was losing. So I tried to panic, get out of there. I just understood I was probably going to lose, but there's always next round. Let's just stay composed, get up, back to our feet, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah, but everyone says that, man. When you hit it, bro. Like if you look at your body type, you're like, oh, he's gonna be really fast.
You're like Alex
Gonna be really fast.
like an Oliveira.
Yeah, and then you get that whiplash and you're like, whack!
Thanks,
Oh
Yeah,
man!
like
I'm like almost
everything,
double the size of you, and every time we spar, you'll hit me, and I'm like, okay, no,
Damn it.
no,
Thanks,
keep
bro.
that
Damn
guard up. Keep that guard up, man. Oh man.
Yeah, these long boys, you get some.
Yeah.
Get some flick.
Exactly. Flick of the wrist.
Look at the wrist, dude. But yeah, man, I'm kind of to conclude. I'm pretty I'm first and foremost really happy you guys were able to like spend some time with me today and chat about the fight. I'm glad you guys were able to do that. I was very excited. It was really nice to hear that you guys were excited too. I'm man, I love you guys. I'm fired up. I'm very happy that you guys won. Very happy you guys won. I can imagine you guys are definitely.
Yeah, we wouldn't be invited
more.
here if we lost.
No, I mean like it would have been a different episode.
Yeah,
It would have been a
I was
very
gonna
different
say.
vibe. Yeah,
Maybe
What the
shed a
fuck
couple
did you guys
tears.
do?
yeah, like how do you come back after a loss after a loss?
Yeah.
It's like what do we do?
Maybe
Kinda
just
awkward.
Yeah,
you
end it
know?
with one big group hug.
Yeah, and then it's just tears and like rain coming down the screen as it closes. But
But instead, you fuck that boy up.
yeah, man.
Well, thanks, man, for being such a solid training partner, showing up every
Dude,
morning for us,
absolutely, man.
because it's a mutual feeling. Like a lot of respect to you too. It would never
appreciate it,
happen
man.
without your hard work
Appreciate
as
it,
well.
guys.
So
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
on.
Yeah,
Where can people find you? Where can people see what's next and what's going on with you?
Well, actually, you can check out my OnlyFans.
And you could probably just find me driving downtown Sudbury on a roof, probably doing East Trough somewhere, man. I got a sick knockout, but I was telling my family I'm just the same old East Trougher on Monday, man. Same old East Trougher.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Amazing.
Sadly, no 25 G's, baby.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
next
Soon.
week.
Soon.
Yeah.
For sure, soon.
Cool.
Soon.
Right on,
baby.
guys.
Right on.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That's
Thank you so much.
yeah, that's it.
Freaking right.